How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. I also got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. So today we're going to be talking about TRCH, Torchlight Energy Resources. Many of you want to get my opinion on it. How do I feel about it? So I'm going to give you guys an update inside of this video. But before we get started, of course, we got to go over the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're considering to take a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing that we're going to be going over are 11 things that investors need to know about TRCH in regards to the merger and as well as the dividend. I came across this article, so of course I'm going to be reviewing it and as well as giving my commentary above it. Then secondly, we're going to be doing a technical analysis, taking a look at the overall price action. Yes, it's been getting a ton of volume as of late, and of course a lot of people are excited about this stock. So hey, we're going to see the price action, see what it's all about. And then we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information. Does this stock have short squeeze potential? I feel this is very key to know because this will also tell us what is the overall market sentiment and the volatility that we have to look forward to. And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts and as well as some more details. So we're going to take a look at this recent article that came out for TRCH stock. So 11 things Torchlight Energy investors need to know about the merger dividend. TRCH plans to pay its dividend on Friday. So Torchlight Energy Resources stock is on the rise today after providing an update to investors about its merger plans with Meta Materials. Here's everything investors need to know about the merger and what kind of dividend holders of TRCH stock can expect. Starting off, it's worth noting that investors will have to be on record as holding TRCH stock starting on June the 22nd. So what this means is, yes, you have to have purchased shares up until June the 22nd, which is the end of the day. If you have not, then you would not be receiving this dividend. They will also have to continue to hold those shares through June 24th to be eligible for the dividend. So that says it in itself. So you got to be able to hold these shares for another 2 days to be eligible for the dividend. Investors that are wondering how much the dividend will pay out still don't have any concrete details. So they don't know what you're going to be getting in regards to the dividend is concerned. There are numbers being thrown out there, which it gets into next. However, analysts are expecting to range from anywhere between $1 per share and $20 per share. So just getting this information alone, of course, is going to cause a lot of excitement. I myself, if I had to make a prediction, I would say, you know what, it probably wouldn't be no more than $3 per share. Next point. That's a massive range for the special merger dividend that investors will have to hold out for. Luckily, they won't have to wait long for the merger dividend, which is true. It's 2 days. It's set to be paid out to investors in TRCH stock on June the 25th. It's also worth pointing out that TRCH stock was talked about as a potential short squeeze target over the weekend. So this is part of the reasons why we're seeing a lot of price action in TRCH. Those predictions are coming true as the company is seeing incredibly heavy trading as of its shares today. Of course, this article was actually made on Monday. So we actually saw that again for today, but of course it was followed off with a strong sell-off. As of this writing, more than 225 million shares of TRCH stock has changed hands. That's a massive surge in activity compared to its daily average trading volume of about 16 million shares. And I completely agree here. Like whenever you have that much volume going on in one stock, you're going to have tremendous moves in regards to price action, and it's definitely a favorable environment for anyone doing momentum trades or doing day trades or even swing trades for that matter, because again, this run was going on for quite some time. So we're going to do a technical analysis for TRCH, Torchlight Energy Resources. So let's see how I performed on the day. So I ended up closing at $7, being down 29.44% on the day, so almost 30%. On the low, it tested $6.88, and on the high, testing $10.21. So before we get started, of course, we have to take a look at how it's lining up with our indicators here. We're using the 1-year daily chart. So you can see from the RSI below, it was definitely looking real hot, being right around 90, and now you can see it's gotten all the way down to around 65. So of course it is cooling off from the run that it had. Of course, we are seeing strength above the 200-day, the 100-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So as far as for this particular play here, you can see there's a strong sell-off that is occurring right in front of us by that big red candle here. You can see in the post market is also at $6.81. So an area that I'll be very interested to see actually hold up would be right here around this 678 level. If this area did ever end up breaking, then I'd be curious to see if it could actually hold up around 630. So taking all of this into consideration, if you are in this play and you're looking for a bullish setup here, then I'd make sure that you pay attention to those areas of support and also keep a very tight stop loss. Because the last thing you want to do, you want to make sure you minimize your downward risk. This stock made a run all the way up to $10.21, right? And then after pulled back, and now you see it close at $7. So I just want to make sure you guys are aware of this if you're thinking to be getting into this play and taking advantage of the opportunity that is presented with the merger coming up, but do keep in mind the risks that are involved. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for TRCH Torchlight. So you can see here the short volume ratio is at 28%. So there's definitely some short squeeze potential here. And what this looks like, so taking into consideration the close as of June the 21st, out of 400.9 million shares that were traded, 113.4 million of these shares were actually sold short. When we take a look at the short shares availability, it is at 15,000 updated 12 minutes ago, and the short borrow free rate is at 146.75%. So that is very significant here. And we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, you can see it's definitely been creeping up, especially from June the 17th going here to, as you can see on the 21st, going from 22.19 to 28.30. So as far as for the overall market sentiment, yes, it is negative, but it also does provide a lot of opportunity, and it's part of the reasons why TRCH is getting a lot of the attention that it's getting right now. So for my final thoughts for TRCH, there's definitely been a lot of excitement inside of this stock, and it's part of the reasons why we've seen some strong run-ups in regards to its overall price action. Do keep in mind, there's a lot of information in regards to the dividend. A lot of analysts are saying it could range between $1 or $20. So of course, that's going to have people even more interested. I myself personally, I don't see them giving out no more than $3 per share. And of course, I could be wrong on that. They could say, well, you know what? We're going to be giving $10 a share. We just don't know what that is, but that's going to be my guess, no more than $3 per. Now, another thing to understand, after that dividend is actually paid out, what could potentially happen to this stock? A sell-off. I have to be clear, I have to be transparent, I have to let you guys know. Many people may hold throughout because, hey, you know what, they believe in this merger, and of course it's going to be becoming metamaterials. So taking all of this into consideration, if you are going to do this, make sure you've done your homework and as well as your due diligence, because I do see a strong sell-off that is coming. Now, for the next point is in regards to the short interest information. It is at 28% for the short volume ratio. So it is fairly high here. So the matter of the fact is a lot of shorts, as far as for the market sentiment, is fairly negative. So they're saying, well, you know what? This stock price needs to come down. I haven't done a ton of homework or a ton of due diligence on the background of this merger or what these two companies are about. So I, for myself, I am not taking part in regards to taking a huge position. I only picked up a couple of shares just to make sure I kept it on my watch list. And if that dividend ended up being really good, I could benefit from that. And I do plan to sell afterwards. So I'm being clear about that with you guys as well. So if you are in this play, just know the risks that are involved. Make sure you protect yourself. We did a technical analysis. And do know this is the type of stock that can make moves in a sudden moment. So if you don't have the ability to act quick when things happen, then I would stay away from this play. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.